6 feet, 7 inches. Number 35. Number 35.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Chicago Bulls here at their home, United Center. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. All right, look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for LaMelo Ball.
One aspect of his game that's suffered the past few months, passing the basketball. He hasn't shown that same creativity that we've seen from him earlier in the year, and his assists are down.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. Ball is joined in the backcourt by Knipple, and it's Miller in at the 3. And for the Bulls, feels like just yesterday we were watching the NBA Finals, Doris. Now a brand new season is getting started.
Doesn't feel like yesterday to me. I've been dying for some NBA hoops all summer. Let's tip it up.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip.
Who's watching here?
From 8 feet away. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
I tell you, it always feels great getting those first points on the board.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Now here's Bridges. In the game against Miami, very impressive.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Fires the 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Ball. Last game with 30. Bridges outside. 6 to shoot. From the high post. And they pick up 2.
Well, Bridges is one of those guys that can get to the mid-range and make the bucket consistently.
And stolen by Bridges. Now the Hornets moving it up. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Chicago with the ball. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Miller outside. Pass to Bridges. Takes a 3. Again, the miss by Bridges. Chicago has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Down low. Here's Curry. And he goes big with the dunk. Right over Miles Bridges.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And the Hornets with possession here after the basket by Chicago. Ball surveys the floor. Plumlee a screen. Here's the 3. And it's LaMelo Ball with a 3.
This guy is always ready to shoot the 3. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Curry. And there's another one for Chicago.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
1:50 left to play in the first quarter. Bridges outside. Plumlee a screen on Curry. 3-pointer, Bridges. Chicago with a rebound. Pass to Curry. Shoots over Bridges. Curry, that's good. Curry's got 6 points.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Ball outside. He drops it from range.
I'll tell you, from the moment he entered this league, LaMelo Ball has been a high-volume three-point shooter.
Timeout. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. The coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, not only is Ball a three-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams. In third, the Bulls.
Yeah, they were incredibly accurate on free throws last season. They are an organization that doesn't neglect an important part of the game.
A minute 4 left in the first quarter of the game. The three is up. Knocks it down from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Bridges outside. Smith outside. Ball right side. Clock at 6. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Yeah, LaMelo definitely has the size and creativity to make tough shots inside.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Some solid defense from Sexton. Hornets trail by 5. Ball outside. Bridges outside. He got a piece of it. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Bulls out in front, leading by 5. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the court for the Hornets, we've got Smith, Trey Mann out there with Colin Sexton, and it's Salon in at the 4. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Shot from the inbound. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
Pass to Diabate. Here's Smith. The baseline J is on the way. Again, Charlotte.
Oh, so crafty. I mean, Smith just knows where to get his shots.
Over to the wing. No one near him. The rebound by Mann.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Some changes for Charlotte. Knipples checked in for Williams. Brandon Miller comes in for Smith. And LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Mann. And Ball will bring it up here for the Hornets. Trailing by 5. Pass to Sexton. Back to Ball. Beyond the arc. And Miller the bucket on the assist by Ball. Miller's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so here is Chicago. Will grant a wrist injury, hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
5 on the clock. And stolen by Sexton. The finish! And the finish on the break with the slam.
Anytime you get points in transition, you are thrilled. You can see the speed of Sexton on display.
Chicago's gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Chicago passing it around. They set the pick. The 3 is up. Sexton grabs the board. The Hornets have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Back to ball. Ball in the paint.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that on paper isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
So both teams making some changes here. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Shot to stop the run. Hits a 3-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 1.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
For Charlotte, they've gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Pass to Bridges. Miller outside. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Miller's got 6 here in the quarter.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
Lets it go from deep. Another 3 for Chicago.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Ball. He's got 10. Plumlee a screen. Bridges finds Ball. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. Bridges misses.
KYP. Know your personnel. Challenge the great shooter. Excellent job.
Charlotte has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Pass to Knipple. Here's Ball. Inside. Ball stolen. To the inside. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night here. Curry, he's checked in for Chicago.
First team foul. At the line for Chicago, number 32. 1 shot.
Here's Ball. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Miller outside. Back to Ball. 17 seconds left in the second period. It's good. Ball's got 12.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
From deep. The shot misses. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Chicago ahead, leading by just 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, folks.
You know, I love what they're doing, being patient on offense, getting high percentage looks, keep feeding the beast.
Yeah, some of it's approach, but a lot of it is they have great interior scorers.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
When you have two players going at each other like this, it becomes a point of pride. That's when the sparks fly. That's when it gets interesting.
For us and for the fans watching. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. 2-point game. Miller finds Bridges. Here's Knipple. No made baskets yet. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ball. The open J off the mark. Chicago's got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. On the court for Charlotte, Knipple and Miller on the wings. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. And it's Ball in at the 1.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting 67% for the game. Just outstanding. Bridges against Curry. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Curry's got 9.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Plumlee a screen. There's Ball with a 3. Chicago with a rebound. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. From outside the arc, and again, it's the Bulls from deep.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Hornets trail by 6. Pass to Knipple. Three-pointer, Bridges. Pure from three-point range. 7 points in the game.
Well, you could tell almost from the moment they're coming up the floor, Bridges wanted to answer that 3 with one of his own.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Bulls lead by 5. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Knipple. Back to Ball. Shot clock at 6.
Yeah, you love how LaMelo uses the contact to get to the line. This guy's IQ on the offensive end is something else.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the night.
LaMelo Ball. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ball.
LaMelo, one of those guys at the top of the list in terms of excitement. This guy is capable of the spectacular.
And so Ball nails both of them.
This is a guy who will happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
Takes a step back. Curry against Bridges. 6 to shoot. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Chicago shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
At the line for the Bulls, Curry. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Colin Sexton's checked in for LaMelo Ball. And so Curry nails both of them. And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 5. And there's 1:45 left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Bridges. Takes the 3. Kept alive. Here's Knipple. Plumlee a screen. From behind the arc. Connects again from distance.
And that last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. And timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. The Bulls third.
Well, they made a huge commitment to rebounding last year, and it showed in the numbers. They were spectacular.
Now here's Sexton. He's covered closely. Now here's Man. No points so far. Smith no good.
Well, stay attached, affect the quality of the shot. That is excellent interior defense.
Fires from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Now here's Bridges. He has 7. 5 to shoot. Smith left side. Chicago with a rebound. To the paint. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 10-point Bulls lead.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Chicago ahead, leading by 10. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Bulls leading by 10. It's stolen. And for Charlotte, we've got Colin Sexton. He's out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's Smith in at the small forward. Ball left side. Tipped. To the middle. Nice move. And he lays it in. And the Bulls lead by 12. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Jackson with three. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
The Hornets making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes.
At the line
One
for
shot.
the Bulls, number 97, shooting 1.
We played just over a minute here in the 4th. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Smith inside. And he banks in the layup.
Tough make by Smith inside. He had to work around their physicality.
Bulls leading by 14. About a minute and a half into the 4th now. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Colin Sexton.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Charlotte making some changes. Bridges, he's checked in for Diabate. Brandon Miller comes in for Smith. And Knippel subbed in for Sexton. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out. Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it."
Appreciate the report, Allie. And so he makes both from the line. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Pass to Knippel. Back to Ball. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
And so Curry will bring it up for Chicago. Bridges pulls it down. Hornets trail by 14. Oh, the shot is off. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. And rejected.
A defensive shutdown from LaMelo Ball, just anticipating that shot.
Miller outside. Shot clock at 5. From downtown. And again for 3.
And he shattered the franchise's single-season high for three-pointers made.
Getting them up and connecting with high volume. He's been a flamethrower all year long. Now Curry. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter here. Oh, can't hit the jumper.
Well, this is clearly an area that LaMelo Ball takes pride in, the ability to set up his guys.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. At one point, they led by 16.
Second personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for two, number 69.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that'll push the lead to double digits. Charlotte, they're working against the clock now. Ball outside. The 3. Ball sticks the 3.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo. Shot after shot going down.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. It's deflected. Bridges against Curry. It's blocked. Oh! Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Now a timeout called by Charlotte. 41 seconds left in the fourth. Now Ball. Oh, it's stolen. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. He got it.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
Oh, yeah! That's good! And it's the Bulls with the ball. They've got a 9-point lead. This one belongs to Chicago. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And time now for our player of the game.